An artichoke. You've often seen them in the stores, but you don't know where to start with them. Let's start from the beginning. This is how you clean an artichoke. You begin by removing the outer leaves. Those leaves are the toughest, and they have a little bit of a purplish hue, so pull those off, and the ones that are badly scarred, until you get to a lighter green area. As you can see, there's a little bit of light green here along the bottom. Then, because I'm stuffing them and I want them to stand up straight, I'm going to cut off the bottom so it can stand. And then cut off the tip, as that's where it's a little bit thorny, so you want to get rid of those thorns. Then using your thumbs, you gently pry it open, and be careful because you might break it. So you pry it open gently until you can open it. And there you see what we call a purple choke. And that part of the artichoke is thorny, so you want to grab a spoon and remove as much as you can of it. Not all artichokes have that purple section in the middle, or the purple choke. Some of them just have the white fuzz, so you can just remove a bit of the white fuzz. Then, because an artichoke turns brown quite quickly, you want to place it in lemon water. This will keep it green for a longer period of time. I'm going to begin with the dairy-free and egg-free stuffed artichoke. I start with the breadcrumbs, which again are dairy-free and egg-free. I add some Romano cheese, vegan Romano cheese, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, and some fresh parsley. If you don't have fresh parsley, you can use dried. And then I drizzle with some olive oil and stir it up nicely. For the egg-filled artichokes, I start by scrambling one egg, lightly scrambled, and then I add some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and I stir it up. Now I want this to become a little bit thicker, so I'm going to add maybe 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, along with a bit of salt and pepper. Not too much salt because the cheese is salty in itself. And I add about a teaspoon of freshly chopped parsley. Now the breadcrumbs that I use are dried breadcrumbs. It just serves as a thickening agent. As it sits, it'll thicken even more, so be careful not to add too much of the breadcrumbs. Now I cook my artichokes in tomatoes, so I have about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of passata, which is jarred tomatoes. And then I add some salt and pepper, oregano and basil to it. I drizzle with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then I place maybe half of it at the bottom of a small pot. Because I will be standing the artichokes in the pot, I want the pot to be small enough so it can support them. And then I begin by stuffing the artichokes. Don't be stingy here. You need to put lots of stuffing in each artichoke. And then you place it in the pot. And then I move to the egg one. And then I put as much as I can into the other artichoke. Once your artichokes are all stuffed and placed in a pot, you top them off with the marinara sauce. Make sure that it's a pot that has a lid, because we will be sealing the pot very tightly as it simmers. Then I put the pot on the stove, and I'm going to add about half a cup of water. This is to ensure that it doesn't dry up during the cooking process. This will need to simmer for about an hour with the lid on. Do check it regularly and make sure it still has liquid. You'll know it's ready when it's fork tender. This is well worth the effort. You begin eating by pulling away at the outer leaves. Some of the leaves may still be too tough to eat in its entirety, but just nibble away at the bottom of each leaf, making sure you get all of the sauce. Looks like a miniature egg and cheese souffle stuffed in an artichoke. Delicious. Go to ginasbellacucina.blogspot.com for more details.